So we finished the other cupboard that was missing one of the panels, and yeah, it's ready to have the work surface on it. I need to varnish the bottom of the panels on the wall before we put the work surface, but yeah, maybe it's the next job.
2 days after we got married, Carla suggested we sell everything, buy a boat and set sail. A year later we did just that. In the Canaries we picked up our naked sailor, Dobby. This is our adventure. So these are the cables from the solar panels. That's the positive, that's the negative. Now join them onto this cable here, which will take it down to the MPPT at a later date. So if I put that one on there and that one on there, that says minus, okay? So now if I push them around the other way, go like that, it's 1 volt. So this one here is the positive, and this one here is the negative. Okay. The 3 415 watt solar panels will be connected to individual MPPT controllers. These will then be fused before connecting to the buzz bars. The feed will then go to a 300 watt 12 volt to 230 volt AC quattro charger inverter to power the domestic lithium bank.
So we just received another package from Victron Energy, which has 3 charge controllers, because Simon has 1 charge controller for each solar panel, right?
That's right, yeah.
And 1 galvanic isolator. I have no idea what this is.
This one goes on the shore power, so the shore power comes in, it goes into here, and before it goes into the inverter. The isolator is installed directly behind your boat's 230 volt shore power connection and the quattro switch. The forward voltage from the galvanic isolator is higher than the potential difference between the metals, for example the boat and the key. As a result, this voltage will not allow conduction, and as such the galvanic isolator will prevent any electrolytic current. And that isolates the boat basically from the shore power. So if you've got 1 foot on the boat, 1 foot on the power, you're on the shore, you can't get a belt off it because there's a potential difference. So yeah, that's what that was for.
So yeah, guys, we have all electric system planned. We haven't spoken about that yet because it's not time to do it yet, because we haven't put anything in place yet. So don't panic thinking that we don't and the boat's gonna get on fire, because it won't. Hopefully it won't. But yeah, this is regarding some comments we had from the last week's video. So yeah, we have the whole Victron Energy system, but we haven't shown it.
No, absolutely. But we'll do a lovely schematic and show you what we're going to do.
Yes, in time.
In time.
Which will be in March probably.
So we just finished the seating, and it looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it was a bit tricky the last
The last one was very tricky, but anyway, it's all up there. All the lights are ready to go in, and yeah, I think it's fantastic. Absolutely vast improvement.
Yes.
And we've insulated it as well, so that's good.
So hopefully we'll keep warmer because it's so cold.
So cold.
So cold.
Your hands stop working really.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go back to the saloon.
Yeah.
And finish the cupboards because the fridge and freezer are arriving today.
Yeah.
And finish the other cupboard on the other side.
That's right. That's our task.
Yes, task for the day. We finished the other cupboard that was missing one of the panels, and yeah, it's ready to have the work surface on it. I need to varnish the bottom of the panels on the wall before we put the work surface. But yeah, maybe it's the next job. Someone is outside waiting for the fridge and the freezer, so we can go and do the cupboards on this side too. Okay, that's the fridge and freezer. They came on the doghouse.
Yep.
So what's his name?
Dave.
Dave helped us.
Yeah.
And Simon hurt himself.
Slipped on the roof. Very slippery when wet. Around the edge where there's no grip and all the mucky leaves have made it a bit greasy. Never mind, we're okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this in here then.
In here.
Right. Let's see what happens. Okay, that looks good. We can have it just like that.
Yeah. And let's go home.
Yeah. So we've got that there. That's an air gap there, and then we've got the door on, so we're going to have to reduce the size of this and move it back, I think. That's basically what we're doing. So we need to find a door. And,
The door that goes on the freezer.
or a door.
It's just there. And not,
A small door. We were paid a visit from Steve and Kevin from the yard, who are working on installing the diesel feeds to the engine, the generator and the heater. There was a little bit of a problem about where the fuel lines could be. It can't taste the water.
It can't taste the water, but
Going on a calm day.
you do get a gentle undulation which you don't get on the river until you get below Teddington. Then you get an undulation.
The boat can store around 1,000 litres of fuel in a tank below the floor, integrated into the hull. Originally, the installation had the filler pipe and 4 connections on the side of the tank. Steve and Kevin want to change this to the following connections from the top of the tank. 1 feed for the engine, a 2nd for the generator, and a 3rd for the heater. The engine and generator will also have return feeds for the excess diesel to the tank. In addition, a new breather tube will be put in and 3 isolation valves for the 3 feeds. Okay, I could do that. So if I give you 100 off the floor,
And you can go and sit on there. And we get valves on there as well.
and then you'll be able to get your hand under it.
Because you're only going to go in there for service. You aren't. It's not on a regular. It's not on a regular. No, we're going to go in there. We're not going to service it.
Yeah. Once those valves are open, you see it would go in there, wouldn't it? You can set it in here. We can certainly put a power socket in here.
are we gonna put the oak panel there?
Yeah, the yoke will have to go across there. So we could set a power socket in here, in the yoke panel.
In the oak panel.
And I didn't see the cable to see how long it is. I wonder whether we could put a power socket in here and bring the cables through and plug them in there.
This cable.
No, the cable for the freezer. Because if it'll reach, that would be ideal. Or we put one in this one into here, and then we put a power socket in this cupboard, and we put that one into there.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that.
But we have more cupboards here.
Another cupboard,
Yeah.
at least one, if not two, depending on how we feel.
Yeah, we can do that. It's probably easier.
Easier. Yeah. Okay. And I think we can get a power socket in here. Okay. So we're ready to fix. I went across the yard to have a look at a Thames Slipper Launch that Stanley Thomas had taken in for restoration. Tell us a little bit about it, Dave.
So this is a 1951 25-foot Andrews slipper launch, or originally called a Greyhound slipper launch, Greyhound launch. Built in Bourne End, boat numbers 337, mahogany construction.
How many roughly did they build of these at Andrews? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea.
I know I saw number 460, so they must have built around about 500 or something.
Yeah, it's probably around 500.
And they're very traditional style, aren't they, on the River Thames?
They are, yeah. But originally they were used as tripping boats, but then they became more popular, and now they're quite sought after as quite traditional sloop back river boats. And
they're not the only people that built them, Andrews. Other people built them.
Andrews modified them to their own specifications, and other companies did build them as well afterwards. A lot of them, the newer ones, if they were to rebuild them, maybe the size would be ply, but this one's all solid.
Solid mahogany. And you're obviously replacing the whole of the bottom.
Yes.
In solid mahogany.
Solid mahogany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about, this is all gone here.
So all the frames and stringers, a lot of them are going to be replaced because a lot of them have rotted out, and they'll be replaced with oak. And the ones with big curves on them will be steam bent in a traditional way, or laminated up using steam. And then it'll be copper nailed and roved.
So that's been laminated up in 3 layers of
3 layers of oak, and then put through our steamer. And then so it gets steamed up one day, left overnight, and then glued up the following day. I think originally they probably wouldn't have glued it, they would just screwed it up all in one go. But re-laminate it and glue it now just to...
So how many of these frames do you have to make?
We're not entirely sure yet, it depends on how many we get through, but there'll be at least maybe 10 or 15 that we have to put up. And there you have steam bent frames. Once that's cleaned up, that'll all be cut to shape and will form the very front of the bow.
Oh, okay, that's the form for the front. Yep. Oh, wow. It's all done by hand?
Yeah.
No quick fix?
Really? You get a belt sander on it, but probably be through that side before you know, there's not much leather wood there, so it's the old-fashioned way, but very controllable. You can see it's got so much paint on it. It's not been done in years.
Over and over again.
Yeah. It gets to the point where it's just trapping water in between the layers, and it's no good just rubbing it down and keep putting more paint on it. First we wanted to see exactly what the condition of the size was, so it serves two purposes really.
We had chosen a composite white stone worktop, around about 15mm thick. However, we were going to find it really quite difficult to cut. So one of the things they said about this was to cut it 4mm at a go. So don't try and cut it all in one go. So here goes, let's see what happens.
Yep.
Not good at all.
It's making a big mark, isn't it?
This is too coarse. we decided to make 4 passes with the router. We've had a bit of a strange week because it's been so damn cold. I mean, today the sun's shining and in here we've had the heater on all day. It's not too bad, but it's been absolutely awful, hasn't it?
Yeah, very, very cold.
And consequently, we haven't spent the time working on the boat that we should have really. But we have had some successes. First of all, we've got the units in over here with the fridge and the freezer, and they're done. And we've got 2 of the work surfaces cut to size. One in there is in place. This one's just left loose on this side of the present.
Which was a bit of, we were concerned about cutting it. So.
Yeah, I was always concerned about cutting it.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the right saw blade in the circular saw, we didn't have enough teeth on the blade, so in the end we landed up routering it, which actually meant going over it 4 times. But it did give us a nice finish.
Yeah.
It did give us a nice
Yes,
finish.
it did.
Yeah, so the kitchen's actually really very nearly finished, and therefore we're going to concentrate the next couple of weeks on the aft cabin.
Yes.
We cleared it out today, so it's cleaned out and ready to go, and come Monday, unless it's absolutely freezing, we're going to be cutting the bolts, taking the floor out, putting a new floor in.
Yeah.
One of the problems we're having is getting stuff.
Yeah,
It's
we
really
are
starting
missing
to-
the oak to finish the oak. We need to finish the saloon.
Yeah, and they're saying possibly next year. So we'll keep that on order and get it here. They can store it in the boatyard for us, they won't mind.
Yeah.
And then we'll put it in when we get back. Big thank you to Andrew Edwards, actually, who made a comment last week on the video about the central heating system. And apparently the pipes leading to the radiators, not the actual ones that spur off, but the ones that do the loop around the boat, have to be 22mm and not 15.
As we were putting in.
Yeah, we were putting 15 in like you would in a house, to be honest. And I did double check, and he's absolutely right, and he should be, since he works for Webbasco. So he's in the know. So unfortunately, we've got to rip all the pipes out, and that means getting them out underneath the kitchen unit and the loop going up.
That's going to be a fun job, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be a horrid job, but that's just something that we're going to have to do, and upgrade those to 22mm. I've got all the fittings, I just have to get around to doing it. And have to do it pretty quick because we can't put the work surface on until we've done it. So yeah, that's quite a big thing. Really.